Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Prep FST, your recipe to win. So we are back again with Sunday Review Quiz Series Part 5. And this week the topic was on dairy technology. So I have discussed some frequently asked questions from this topic. So without much further ado, let's get into the video. Question number 1 asks for the pressure range employed in homogenization of milk. Homogenization refers to the process of forcing the milk through a homogenizer at a pressure of 2000 to 2500 psi with the aim of subdividing the fat globules as shown in the picture below. For your convenience, I have also mentioned some of the conversions from psi to bar in megapascals. Next question. Camembert is an example of. The answer is mold ripened cheese. So as per the regulations, cheese are classified into three types, that is ripened cheese, mold ripened cheese and unripened or the fresh cheese. So as you can see, Camembert is an example of mold ripened cheese. Next question, table cream has a fat percentage of. The answer is 18%. I have classified some of the cream types that are available in the market and their fat percentages which you can learn. Coming to the next question, which of these is not a coagulated milk product? So first we'll understand that liquid milk is converted into a solid mass or in the form of a gel or a curd. So this process of coagulation occurs in different ways. For example, by enzymatic action, by microbial action, by addition of acid or with the combination of acid and heat. So out of the given options, buttermilk, which is a byproduct of butter, is not a coagulated milk product. Coming to the next question, amount of diacetyl permissible in butter. We all know diacetyl is a flavor compound. So manufacturers add diacetyl in butter and margarines to make the final product more flavored because otherwise all these products are relatively tasteless. So as per FSSAI, 4 ppm is the permissible amount of diacetyl allowed. Coming to the next question, TSS of ice cream as per FSSAI is, the answer is 36. You can also find other values such as percentage fat, percentage protein or TSS of other milk and milk products in the PDF uploaded by FSSAI on their website as shown in the picture on your left. So as per these regulations, the TSS of ice cream is 36. Next question, cheese with highest fat content is, the answer is cheddar. So in the table I've curated some name of the common cheese and their percentage fat. So according to this table, cheddar has the maximum fat percentage of 32.8%. Coming to the next question, iodine value of milk fat ranges between. The answer is 26 to 35. If I talk about the other options, 17 to 35 is the RM number value range of milk fat. RM number, which is also a Richard-Missel number, refers to the amount of 0.1 normal NaOH required to neutralize steam volatile water-soluble fatty acids distilled from 5 grams of fat. 12 to 40 is the Polinsky value number, which again refers to the number of ml of 0.1 normal NaOH required to neutralize steam volatile water-insoluble fatty acids distilled from 5 grams of fat. And the next option, that is 210 to 233, is a saponification number value that is also the indicator of the average molecular weight of fatty acid, that is fatty acid present in the milk fat. If I talk about the iodine number refers to the grams of iodine absorbed by 100 gram of fat under the specified conditions. So this measures the unsaturated linkages present in the fat or the fatty acid. So if you see the reaction below, you can see that iodine links itself to the double bond and forms a diiodoalkane. This iodine number is measured by the process of WISP method, which is a form of iodometry and an indirect estimation. So as compared to other refined oils, it is generally seen that milk fat has a lower iodine value owing to the less amount of unsaturated fatty acids as compared to that of other refined oils. Next question, flash pasteurization is the other name for. The answer is HTST, also known as high temperature short time type of pasteurization. If I talk about the other options, LTLT has the other name of Holder pasteurization and UHT has the other name of ultra pasteurization. Next question. Index enzyme for pasteurization is? The answer is alkaline phosphatase. We all know that index enzyme is alkaline phosphatase, whereas the index microorganisms is Coxiella burnetii. So you would be thinking, why particularly this enzyme? So this enzyme has heat destruction characteristics that closely approximate the time temperature exposure for proper pasteurization. Talking about the alkaline phosphatase test, the enzyme present in the milk, when it reacts with phenyl phosphate, it releases phenol. Now this on incubation gives a blue color if the alkaline phosphatase has not been deactivated by the proper pasteurization treatment. Hence, the milk lot is again sent for pasteurization. Whereas, if the test is negative, meaning the color is not blue, the pasteurization is completed and the milk is sent for packaging. So this is it from Sunday Review Quiz Series Part 5. And if you like our videos, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for sticking by and sharing love on the previous content and helping us build a strong community on Telegram and Instagram as well. For more updates, daily quizzes and notes from our end, do join our Telegram channel. You can find the link in the description box below, along with the link of this week's Sunday Review Quiz series on the topic of carbohydrates. So thank you, stay tight and prepare right.